So folks, good morning to you everyone. It is Sunday, July 28th, 2024. My life is forever changed from this day forward. This is the day I'm moving my mother to Fort McMurray with me. And I have to say, it has been a hard couple weeks. Trying to get ready to pack her up to move. She doesn't want to part, like with nothing. Nothing, folks. She's 82 years old. It's so hard. I will definitely need prayer coming forward in our lives. It's really hard. Not easy. Couple days ago, I had taken, there was some leftover stuff and like rakes and stuff like that. So I took it up to my trailer up in Athabasca, and while I was there, I decided to take a half hour for myself, and I went into the town of Athabasca to visit a friend of mine. And I wasn't there no more than about maybe a half an hour, and I came out, got into my truck, and proceeded down Highway 2 going towards Edmonton. And all of a sudden, the pressure light for my tires came on my truck, and the driver's side rear was down to 14 psi. So I was right there at there's this old hotel and whatever there, motel, and that's where I pulled off, right there. And like an old house or whatever, or some kind of place anyway. And I pulled off, and when I pulled off, the tire was flatter than a pancake. Now, I will say, stun arse that I am, just because it's exactly what I was, or am. I did not know the first thing about changing the tire in this truck. I've had it for 3 years. Yeah, I should have known. I should have, oh my, I'm down the wrong place. I should have known, and I should have had it changed. Give me 1 sec, please. Yeah, I should have known how to change it, but unfortunately I did not, and got out my little manual and did not know even where the jack was for the car, or any of the instruments to help change the tire. And it was a complete nightmare, as luck would have it. And then it was pouring down rain. It was just coming down so bad. So anyway, I managed to get some cell phone service, which is so hard in that area to get, but I managed to get a signal. And I called up my friend Glennis, and I said, I'm in trouble here. I have a flat tire. Could you come and help me? And I was kind of thinking that maybe her husband would come out. But she showed up her own self, and she's a 75-year-old woman. But she do know a lot about trucks because her family had trucks forever. And she came out anyway, and we looked and looked. And do you think we could find that jack? No way could we. It said behind the driver's rear seat, and I lifted it up, and the seat in the back, I left it that, and couldn't find anything. With it, and yeah, it was a complete nightmare. So we couldn't figure out. So in the meantime, before she had come, I had tried to wave down someone to help me. Oh, folks, chivalry is dead. I would like to know where all the good men have gone, because I can tell you there ain't none in Athabasca area. Or they may be few and far between, I'm going to tell you, because I called up, or I waved down this one guy. He had a truck the exact same as mine, same color and everything, and I waved him down. He stopped. He rolled down his window maybe about 4 inches, and I said, I have a flat. I said, I'm wondering if you could help me. He looked at me, he said no, and rolled up his window and took off. I was beside myself. I was like, wow, like you can't help nobody. And the rain was just pouring down. Oh my world. So I'm still waiting on my friend, and a few minutes later, this guy in a white truck, he comes by, and he didn't roll down his window. He stopped, looked at the tire, and laughed and took off. Like, I couldn't believe myself. I mean, these men, like, where in the world, like, you know, is chivalry gone to? Even if they had just told me where the jack was, I would have pointed me as to what to do. They didn't even have to do the thing. I would have done it myself. Just show me what to do, you know. And no, nothing. Just fly the coop. I never ever, like my ex, he would do anything to help anybody out. And my son, my dad, oh my God, my dad, he did anything for anyone, like pick him up, take him wherever and all that. And I guess that's why I grew up with all my life, that the men around me would help somebody. And most men I know, they would, but this was totally beyond me, I have to say. And it just floored me. It floored me, you know. So yeah, so anyway, when my friend got there and we couldn't figure out anything, I remember my son was in Grasslands, and I called him up and I was crying. I said, boy, can you come and help your poor mom? And him and his fiance, they came all the way from Grasslands, an hour drive away, and came and rescued his mama. Thank the Lord. And if that wouldn't be enough, what a time we had. changing that tire. Like, I'm going to tell you, there was no way that I would have been able to do it myself. One of the things I have to say that the dealership that I bought it from in Fort McMurray, they never showed me nothing. When I bought the truck, I was all excited because I had lots of room in it, but she never pointed out anything to me, never told me where to find a jack, where to go to change the tire, how to do it. And I didn't know that behind on your driver's side, or I'm sorry, behind where your license plate is, there is a locking mechanism that you have to unlock, and that's where you put in some kind of a long stick thing where you could winch down the tire, because the tire is on the bottom of the truck, which I knew that much, but I figured it was just this like kind of clip that you turn. Well, I don't know. I still don't understand it, to be honest with you. I'm stunned. My son said, when we get back to Fort McMurray, I'm going to teach you, and you're going to do it a couple times to know what to do. But we got that down. Then became the thing of getting the flat tire off the truck. Oh my world. What a nightmare that was. It had gotten so hot that it was just stuck onto the drums, I guess. I don't know. And no way could they get it off. It would not come off. So my friend Glennis, when my son arrived, she had gone back to her house. She was just about to sit down and have her supper when I called her again and said, Glennis, could you come? Could you help me? I need a sledgehammer and some WD-40. So that poor woman got ready again and came to my rescue. Thank you, Glennis. I would have never done it without you. She bought the sledgehammer, and I'm going to tell you, my son had to beat that thing and beat it till she finally came loose. And we were able to get the tire on. And because it was just hand torqued, my son did not want me to travel to Fort McMurray, to Edmonton, until in the morning when I could go to the dealership there in Athabasca and get him to torque it. And yeah, so that's what we done. And my friend, she stepped up once again and said, Shelley, you can just come here with me, my house, and spend the night. And I gotta tell you folks, 3 o'clock that morning, I sat up on the edge of the bed and I cried and I cried and I cried. I was just so overwhelmed with everything. I mean, not just that day, but the move. It's been hard. Me and my mother, we've been bickering. I'm just wondering how things will progress here in the future. I'm just praying, Lord, give us the strength. But also, I was in shock. I could not believe that 2 grown men would not help someone, especially a woman in distress. I mean, if it was me and I seen someone on the side of the road, I would stop and help them if I could. I just don't understand. But then again, I guess I should, because when you're on dating apps and you try, like, I mean, I've been on Facebook dating, I'm trying to meet somebody. I mean, I'm 8 years or so single. And no, I didn't go on apps right away, but I did, when I feel like I want to meet somebody, I went on, and I'm going to tell you, the quality of men that are on these apps is not good. So it's heartbreaking. Like, I'm just wondering, where have all the good men gone? Because I ain't seen them around. Anyway, folks, this is not about a dating app or anything like that, but I was just so floored. It was beyond me. Anyway, I want to say a big shout out to Matthew, who was the guy there at the Ford dealership. So wonderful. He helped me out and got that tire tightened up for me early on a Saturday morning. No service people there. They don't run a service bay on the weekends, but he helped me out, and I am forever grateful. And for my son, and his fiance, Ashley, I love you both. I can never ever thank you enough for what you've done, and to come out while you're on your own little holiday and to come and help me. It really meant a lot. And yeah, and to my friend Glennis, oh wow, like, lady, you are one heck of a woman. And I have to mention this girl, Carmela, who's there in Athabasca, just outside of Athabasca. She was the only one that stopped. Lots of bypassers went by, just looked and just kept on going and going. But she stopped, and we looked and couldn't find the wheel thing. And she tried in the pouring rain to, she had this small little thing that could pump up a tire, but we couldn't get it to work properly. And that young girl, she tried and tried, and it really touched me, you know, that she was the only one that stopped to help. And it really, really means so much. I thank you, girl, from the bottom of my heart. I can't find the words to convey other than thank you, thank you, thank you. Just really means a lot to me. Anyway, folks, wherever anyone is today, I hope God blesses each and every one of you. Spend time with your families, your loved ones, and I know it's not easy sometimes, and need prayer for my poor girl, my daughter. It's now going to be 3 generations living in my household. 3 women, my mother, myself, and my daughter, and I know it's not going to be easy on my girl. And yeah, so please keep us all in your prayers. Could really use it. Anyway, folks, God bless, and we'll see you in hopefully tomorrow's video from Fort McMurray. Take care, folks. God bless. Love y'all. Have a great and wonderful day. Movers are here. Move us from this hateful neighborhood. Want to see why I hate this neighborhood? Oh, the traffic. That's here. If you're trying to move, it's not my truck, that's the neighbor's truck. Truck's here, cars there, blocking your way. You can't move. It's always so blocked up here. It's so congested here. Like, I'll never forget the day we moved in. All these houses down here, they weren't even here at the time. Oh, my dad said, oh, it's just a creek. I said, no, they're gonna build here. Oh, no, they weren't. Well, yeah, they did. They did. He told me to mind my own business from them, but you know what? His business became my business.